We are the original crinkle. One size fit, made for life, making everybody feel good since 1984. The brand was originally born in 1984, known then as just Hunza, under the direction of Peter Meadows. Hunza became instantly recognisable in the 90s after Julia Roberts wore the unforgettable blue and white cutout dress, a piece that features on and off in the brand's current day collections and is aptly named the Pretty Woman dress. In 2015, Hunza added the G to its name when Georgiana Huddap relaunched the brand and became creative director and co-founder, after having an obsession with the material throughout her 20s. Hunza G is celebrating 40 years of the original crinkle this year.
When we launched, it was very much a focus on kind of reviving the nostalgia from the 80s, just as a starting point, so that we looped back from the brand's origins. But over the last 10 years, we've kind of moved through different color palettes. I think that we're heading more into lifestyle, to be honest. I think Hunza really gives people a positive feeling about summer. The concept for the future is about sort of owning the sunshine, and what would the woman, which is a broad term for us as a brand, what does our woman want to take away with them for a weekend, on a holiday? What makes them feel good, like the best in class for each category, whatever that item is. We always try and be more editorial whilst being inclusive and diverse. And that's quite an unusual thing for editorial brands to do, because it's all about being exclusive. So I think we sit in a very sort of special place. We're unusual. I think we sort of slightly transcend the swim category. I find that the question of defining exactly who our woman is really difficult, because I really do think it's a really broad spectrum of women, and I think that's what I want there to be lots of different types of women.
Hunza G is loved and worn by some of the biggest celebrity names: Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner, Megan Thee Stallion, Gabrielle Union Wade, Julia Roberts, Kim Kardashian, Lena Dunham, and Amy Song, to name a few. It's built a community of inspiring people from across the globe, made of a wide range of people that go beyond traditional influencer norms. Hunza G works with authors, musicians, brand founders, broadcasters, campaigners, and more real people who have a story to tell, who influence through their inspiring work.
We really love, working with inspiring women, because they really reflect the brand and who we are and what we hope to stand for. It's just really enjoyable to see lots of different types of women wearing it. I think when Rosie Huntington-Whiteley did her Vogue article, one of the things that she talked about when they asked her why she was so keen to work with us was that she had worn the brand loads, and then she was on a beach 2 years ago in Italy, and she looked around and there were 8 different women wearing Hunza who were all different shapes and sizes, and she just felt like it had real momentum, and she felt like everybody looked just as good as each other in the products. That was a really nice thing to hear, because that's exactly what the sort of vibe of it is meant to be. The process of Hunza is all very sustainable, so the packaging is sustainable. The place where we get the fabric made, they purify all the water that they use and they put it back into the ground, and it powers their local village. So we have a lot of amazing credentials from the people that we work with, which is really exciting. But it's also just an internal ethos, even within the Hunza G headquarters in London, that we recycle everything, and we talk about sustainability and how we can be better at it all the time.
One of the brand's core values is responsibility, planet-aware and ethical in action. Hunza G takes responsibility for all sources of emissions throughout the supply chain and is committed to driving standards for accountability and climate action, calculating all sources of its carbon emissions annually. Hunza G is a proponent for entirely fair trade, wages and treatment of employees across all sectors of the industry. With modern nostalgia at its core, Hunza G continues to reference its 80s and 90s roots through iconic neon colourways, signature swimsuit designs, and of course, the original one-size fit.
And the amazing thing about the fabric, which I think wasn't messaged out as clearly in the 80s, is the one-size fit, and that, it eliminates sort of size trauma whilst people are shopping on our website. It's very hard to know, what size you are in general, because brand to brand it slightly changes, but also people's bodies change. They change daily, they change weekly. And that's not about being pregnant or not pregnant, that's just life. Women being able to feel like they know exactly what they're shopping for, and also men. We have a huge amount of men shopping on our website because they're not going to get in trouble for getting the wrong size. It makes for a very positive shopping experience to know that whatever size you are, you're not really being othered, and you're all kind of in it together. You're all buying the same product. You're buying the same product as Rihanna, you're buying the same product as Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. It doesn't matter what your size is. One of the really interesting things about Hunza and the way we design collections is that it can look very different on different people, and that's not to do with how the people look, it's to do with how they style it or where you want to wear it. If you want to wear like a bubblegum pink swimming costume with denim shorts at a rave in Ibiza, it can look very different to wearing a khaki square neck with like a long black linen shirt on a beach in the south of France, And that's what makes it also inclusive, is that it looks very different depending on how you style it. I often see people wearing it in cities as ready to wear, the tops in the summer with jeans. And I think that's what's fun about it and exciting, is you can really make it your own. I think I get real pleasure seeing people wear the ready to wear because it's something that's relatively untapped for us, but I know it's going to be really big moving into the future because it's so fun to wear. It's so comfy and it's so stretchy. People have always loved our neons, and I think if you were going to kind of encapsulate Hunza in one color, that I think we will always be, and it kind of like, it suits everyone and it's not too specific to a particular aesthetic. It's the bubblegum pink. I wear it, my mum wears it, my friends wear it, kids wear it. It is our brand color, I would say. But then, also so is black. We're really, recognizable for the lime and the orange and the lilac and the bubblegum pink. And those 4 colors, nobody has colors like that. To get the color fastness and to have created those colors, which have taken like years to develop, is really amazing, but really difficult. And so we really do own those. I can't actually tell you how the fabric's made because it's a state secret, but we have been making it for 40 years and it's a really technical fabric. So we have a team of experts who make it for us, and it goes through multiple processes to become the fabric that you see that then recovers after all the stretch. We really pride ourselves on our quality and being the first people to do this, which is why we have own the phrase, the original crinkle, because we've been doing it for 40 years.
A nylon and lycra composition allows it to stretch in 4 directions, recovering back to its original width, allowing you to adjust the fit to your shape and wear it how you want. All styles can be worn high over the hip bones for a slinky, leggy look, or pulled down for added coverage. Each piece is designed with movement in mind, with an emphasis on inclusivity and quality, whilst remaining accessible to people of all shapes at all ages. Encourage customers to give the signature crinkle fabrication a try. They'll feel instantly confident as soon as they discover the figure sculpting magic of the one-size fit. Thanks to the stretch and recovery of the material, Hunza G has a loyal following of pre- and postnatal customers, seeing them through all stages of life. In 2017, Hunza G launched its baby and kids range, which utilises the same combination of bold colourways and original crinkle fabrication to create swimwear that little ones love. Coming in 2 size ranges, the baby and kids collection is designed to grow as they do. Baby fits ages 2 to 6 and kids fits ages 7 to 12.
So we've launched some new categories, which feels really exciting for us as we've been doing the crinkle and one size fits swimwear for 10 years, but there's definitely a demand from our customers for more from us. And so the concept is very much like, we call it the suitcase concept. It's what would our women take away for the weekend, or what do they want to wear in the summer? What do they need? It's not just what do they want, in fact, it's more what do they actually need. We're trying to make products that we feel somebody else is not making or doing as well as we could do them. We've launched a technical sun hat, which also for kids, which is really exciting, and a shirt and shorts, which is technically, we call it our cover up, because we're not going to do a sort of dress or a kaftan that you can wear on the beach, but you can also wear it in a city. You can wear it as pajamas. It's pretty universal. And then also some sarongs, again in the UPF fabric.
The newest Spring 24 collection draws inspiration from some of the most recognisable swimwear editorial covers from the past 5 decades. Modern nostalgia and timelessness are at the core of the collection, and new hero shapes, including the Celine swim and the Bonnie bikini, are anticipated to be instant bestsellers. Cult classics have been updated for this season, with elevated fabric-covered hoops, perfect for loyal followers who are looking for a seasonal update this summer. The square neck swim is offered every season in every colour, featuring a low scoop back and classic coverage on the bottom. This style is a must-have for those new to the brand. A consistent in Hunza G's top 5 bestsellers, the Nadine bikini features a figure-hugging high waist for customers looking for more coverage while still serving understated glamour. The Juno bikini is a customer's favourite and instantly recognisable as a Hunza G icon with its unique twisted front detail.
Cardi B wearing it was pretty great.